I had a very typical Canadian upbringing, great family, great siblings and friends. I think, most young kids that are identifying, their sexuality, whether it's straight or gay, go through a learning curve. And as a young gay kid, you don't have as many role models or have the experiences like your heterosexual counterparts.
HIV is the virus that causes AIDS. It's transmitted from humans to other human beings, usually through sexual contact, through blood.
I'm on the mindset, like coming out, growing up in the 80s and coming out in 2000, I came out in a very lucky time. I say, like, it was a little more accepted and still wasn't fully accepted. To be gay was synonymous with having HIV, and it was almost an inevitability that it was going to happen.
We became aware of the first cases in North America beginning in 1981, where homosexual men were developing pneumonias that were almost always seen in peoples whose body's defenses or immune systems were very much depleted. So although at first it was an epidemic that was focused on the gay community, we quickly realized that it was much broader than that.
Not having the appropriate knowledge made it hard to engage with information that was out there. It's very hard to find out what is valuable, what is factual, and what really you could use to incorporate into your own life beyond all of the fear-mongering and the hate and the shame that is still out there.
Screening and diagnosis are the keys to controlling the HIV epidemic in the world today. Finding out who is infected and offering them the treatment options that are available.
I couldn't drink water for 2 weeks. I couldn't eat. I fainted. I went to the walk-in clinic 3 times to ask for help because I literally thought I was dying.
Well, when an individual is initially infected with the virus, they can get something called an acute retroviral syndrome. People can get a fever, they can get headaches, sore joints, sore muscles, a rash on their skin. They might even feel a bit sick to their stomach. They may go undiagnosed for several years.
I didn't know that I had seroconverted or was going through the seroconversion illness until a colleague of mine was suffering similar symptoms. And when he said he was positive, I was fairly certain that I was as well.
To some people, they still feel as if it is a death sentence.
Most people who are HIV positive can remember the exact day and time. And for me, it was February 4th, 2010 at 11:30 a.m. I don't really remember a lot about that day, other than I knew that my life would change forever. It was scary, and now I look at it as a moment of strength and a moment of clarity.
And one of the most important things that we can do as healthcare providers is to immediately reassure them that HIV infection is no longer a death sentence.
I sat with this new information, alone, scared, upset, clearly, and with no outlet. And I just thought my life was over.
When a person is recently diagnosed, first thing I say is, I will be able to provide you with treatment. There are a number of blood tests and other evaluations that need to be done to find out how far along they are in their infection that may help tailor the treatment more specifically.
It took me a long time to tell my family and to tell most of my friends in my friend group because I was so afraid of losing everything that I had built. My goal now is to let people know you don't have to be in that position. We have the evidence and the science, and we're here, like individuals like me are here to help you realize that you'll live a regular, full, normal life, and you don't have to be in the fear that I was in for so long.
So educating the public about how the disease is transmitted and how the disease is not transmitted, educating the public about our ability to control the disease in the long term in people who are infected. I think all of these issues are really going to be important in addressing the broader problem of stigma and discrimination.
Please reach out. Please feel that fear and that isolation that's keeping you at home. It doesn't need to, that you're not alone.
To find reliable information on the modern state of the HIV virus, support networks, and the importance of regular testing, visit these websites.